Well, I am obviously live, so good evening, everybody, and welcome to my channel, Rainier Books. This is my second video. I'm totally excited. This is my second video, actually, from the United States of America. Portland in Oregon, and the Pacific Northwest. To be exactly, I'm in an area in Portland called it's called Arbor Lodge, and it's in the north of Portland. So I'm not going to tell you much more about this, but I'm in the north of Portland, and it's great here. I have a beautiful apartment, and this is the third night. No, one, come on, the fourth night. Hold on. Yeah, the fourth night is coming now, the fourth evening, and we have spent 3 days here and 3 nights, and I just wanted to give you a little bit of update on how a German, Swedish dual citizen who hasn't been in America for 6 years now experiences this country in election year 2024, yes, and especially the city of Portland. I had seen a lot of videos about just Portland in recent months from both, I think, networks like Fox, or networks that work together with Fox and with NBC or MSNBC or whatever they are called, that were quite negative. And I saw some negative videos about Portland, that so much had happened, they claimed, in the last years, that the pandemic has changed everything, that fentanyl has changed everything, and homelessness is getting like a plague, quotation mark. But actually my experience, or our experience, after 3 days and 3 nights is that yes, there are a lot of problems here in the city, like probably in many other big cities in America, with homelessness, for example, with people that we see on the streets that I would love to take them with me into a hospital or into therapy or into social housing or whatever, and help them get off the streets. That is definitely different in Europe, definitely different in Sweden and Germany, where we also have problems like that, but not in that amount as we can see it here, with tens on the streets in close to Central Station, to Union Station in Portland. But the big but comes now. The big but is that we see so much vibrant life still here. And what I've heard, that people are moving out from the city of Portland, that Portland is no longer a destination for people or some kind of idolized hipster capital of America, whatever. I don't see that. We've been to a couple of places today, actually, at the Portland Saturday Market, a beautiful market where local vendors and entrepreneurs who have small businesses present their craft, their stuff, their product. And I see so much diversity, so much friendliness, so much kindness of people talking to each other. They are very chatty here. You are very chatty here if you're American. Completely different from Sweden, where we are more reserved and do not like to talk to each other. We try to avoid contact with persons that we don't know. That's completely different here, and it's really lovely to experience that again. And I don't see a negative spirit at all. And I don't see that the country is divided, understanding very well that there are other parts of this country where, well, I think diversity and all that that we can experience here, with a lot of queer, LGBTQ, trans people that I've seen already in 3 days, more than I will see during a whole year in Sweden, probably. And everybody's sort of living with a lot of respect and tolerance for each other. And that's just beautiful to see. But now let me come to the books, because I've visited Powell's Books. For those of you who don't know, who haven't been to Oregon yet or to Portland, Powell's Books is the largest independent bookstore in the world. At least that is what they are claiming to be. And yesterday I was there, and it was overwhelming again, because the last time I was here in 2018 and in 2017, well, I wasn't a booktuber then. I became a booktuber in 2020 during the pandemic, in May 2020, and now I came with a booktuber eyes to Portland and to Powell's, and my God, these books, these shelves, they could really drain your wallet. They could make you bankrupt. I could be bald and bankrupt, like my British friend from Brighton. Not so successful, of course, dear Ben, but I could be bald and bankrupt. So I bought some books because I can't go away without buying anything. I bought a beautiful little bag with me. This is the bag. Purple. It's purple, and it's Powell's books, and I will take it home with me. Very proud, of course. But let me now speak about the books that I've bought. I thought a little bit about what should I buy here in Oregon. Should I buy a book by Andrew O'Hagan, Caledonian Road, which is by a Scottish writer, which is published first in the UK, then in the United States? What does it have to do with the United States in general and with the Pacific Northwest in particular? So I said to myself, no, Rainer or Rainier, you are going to buy books that are related somehow to the Pacific Northwest and to the state of Oregon, or maybe the state of Washington. So what I did was I bought me a little book, and these in my bag. Just get out the first one. This is not actually from Oregon, but it's from the Pacific Northwest nevertheless. So this is called Thunder Song. Thunder Song is by an author. I'm not going to read her middle name here, which is Native American. I'm not going to butcher that name because I can't read it. But her name is Sacha Lapointe. And it says here on the blurb, or on the inside of that book, Sacha Lapointe is a Coast Salish author from the Nooksack and Upper Skagit Indian tribes. She's the author of Red Point, the ancestral autobiography of a Coast Salish punk, winner of a Pacific Northwest Book Award and an NPR Best Book of the Year, and the poetry collection Rose Quartz. She received a double MFA in creative nonfiction and poetry from the Institute of American Indian Arts. She lives in Tacoma, Washington. Find out more at sacha-lapointe.com. Essays by Sacha Lapointe. Thunder Song is that book with this beautiful and amazing cover. It's the first book that I bought, and this is really a Pacific Northwest book. I only bought 3, so you don't have to stay so long tuned to that channel. The second one I want to show you is the winner of the Oregon Book Awards in 2024. And this is actually from a Canadian author, but he lives in Portland, Oregon. So he won the award for being an Oregonian author now. And this is Patrick DeWitt's The Librarianist. Patrick DeWitt, The Librarianist. Not his first novel. It sounds super interesting, I think. Let me read the blurb or the information from the publisher. The publisher is, in that case, the publisher is a beautiful publisher called, oh my God, come on, HarperCollins and Echo. Yeah, HarperCollins. The Librarianist by Patrick DeWitt. Here it says, Bob Quammet is a retired librarian passing his solitary days surrounded by books and small comforts in a mint-colored house in Portland, Oregon. One morning on his daily walk, he encounters a confused elderly woman lost in a market and returns her to the senior center that is her home. Hoping to fill the void he's known since retiring, he begins volunteering at the center. Here, as a community of strange peers gathers around Bob, and following a happenstance brush with a painful complication from his past, the events of his life and the details of his character are revealed. Behind Bob Comet's straight man facade is the story of an unhappy child's runaway adventure during the last days of the Second World War, of true love, won and stolen away, of the purpose and pride found in the librarian vocation, librarian, and of the pleasures of a life lived to the sight of the masses. Bob's experiences are imbued with melancholy, but also a bright, sustained comedy. He has a talent for locating bizarre and outsized players to welcome onto the stage of his life. With his inimitable, of course, verve, skewed humor, and compassion for the outcast, Patrick DeWitt has written a wide-ranging and ambitious document of the introvert's condition. The Librarianist celebrates the extraordinary in the so-called ordinary life and depicts beautifully the turbulence that sometimes exists beneath the surface of serenity. That is really a book from the Pacific Northwest, and this is Patrick DeWitt's The Librarianist. This third book that I bought at Powell's, third and last for the first sort of run on Powell's, is a book that I couldn't get in Europe. It is I think, yeah, The Stories of John Cheever. Stories of John Cheever, an American author, as you probably know. And I bought this. I wanted to have this book because I read, as you know, who watch my channel, I was a fan of Emma Cline's latest novel, The Guest, which plays on Long Island in New York. And there's this young woman who is basically, well, you could call her a prostitute. You could call her a young woman who lives with sugar daddies who pay her luxurious life, which she wants to have. This is a great novel, The Guest by Emma Cline. And I read that Emma Cline sort of built up her novel, The Guest, on John Cheever's short story, The Swimmer. And in this book, The Short Stories of John Cheever, finally, I will be able to read The Swimmer by John Cheever that inspired Emma Cline's The Guest. These are the 3 books that I bought at Powell's. Maybe not my last visit there. We'll have to see if I find 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, but not more than 4, please, books on at Powell's or another beautiful independent bookstore here in Portland, Oregon. I'm wearing the Calgary Flames cap, as you guys who are interested in hockey know. And I also have to say that 3 or 4 times already, while being here in Portland, people talk to me on the streets. Yesterday, a woman, 2 women actually, one woman shouts out to me, walking past me. She shouts, "Go Flames!" And I didn't react. First, when she was gone, I realized, oh my God, she was referring to my Calgary Flames cap. So I really have to study a little bit about the Calgary Flames to know more about this team, because here people recognize this. The Calgary Flames, it's ice hockey, or hockey as you call it here in America. And apparently the Flames are a well-known and loved team. Even today, there was a guy close to the Voodoo Donuts down in Southwest 5th and Pine, close to Southwest 5th and Pine, who actually referred to my beautiful cap here from the Calgary Flames. Well, folks, this is 12 minutes and 35 seconds. Most of you have already clicked on to the next video. Those of you who stayed, thank you very much. Please slap a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you soon from Portland, Oregon. Just another short information before I go. I haven't put up a vlog yet. The problem is that my computer, the computer that I'm using right now here in America, doesn't work with Adobe Premiere Elements. That's the film editing software that I use. I have a lot of video clips that I want to put together, but I will have to try to do this on CapCut on my phone. I will do this, but I first have to watch a CapCut tutorial because I just can't edit properly with CapCut. So now I say good night wherever you are. Good evening if you are here on the Pacific, in the Pacific Northwest or in California. And I'll see you soon in another video. Thanks for today and bye-bye.